Welcome back to another episode of the GTR podcast. I got Alex back on the pod. Hello,
What's up?
Alex.
After
Yeah.
after an extensive amount of begging, I'm back here.
I got Alex back on there. He great guest last time. I have fun with him. He's a fun person outside of the podcast. We was just talking not too long ago. But that's not the thing bring up right now. But the things that we are going to cover on the podcast today is starting off with Kevin Durant to the Boston Celtics. Then the Brooklyn Nets submitted a trade to Boston, and Brad Stevens was looking into a trade packages to keep Kevin Durant. Also, we're going to talk about Draymond. Is he worth the max? He said he wants a max from the Warriors. The Warriors are willing not to give him that and let him walk. And the final thing Alex got in mind, Alex came up with the idea, actually. Alex, you can explain that idea. You came up with it. So,
We'll explain it when we get around to it.
All right.
Let's just jump straight in.
All right, let's jump straight in. Like you said, starting off, we're going to start off with Kevin Durant's situation because we have a Boston Celtics fan and Alex. I'm gonna let Alex start because it is his team, his perspective. So, Alex, how do you feel about Brad Stevens trading, like putting a trade offer for Kevin Durant?
Okay, so let me just recap real quick. If you've been living under a rock, the trade proposal, which apparently is from a couple weeks ago, was Jaylen Brown, Derek White, and a future first for Kevin Durant, which I'm just going to straight up say, while I think that would be a very good trade for us, like, right. It's great. Like,
that'll put y'all over the top.
Durant. Well, it's Kevin Durant. I'm glad that didn't work. I'm glad they didn't take that because we already made the finals. Yes, I'm going to say we. I'm sorry, just for the record. We just made the finals. We've got a core that will be here for a while. And really all it's doing is shortening our championship window. While the chances of us winning will increase, it doesn't. I don't think it's worth shortening the window as much as it will. And also, like, if there's something happens, if they wanted like Marcus Smart in there, I think, fuck no, I'm sorry, no.
Okay, because I was gonna say because obviously if you're the Brooklyn Nets, you decline that. We love Jaylen Brown over here. Don't get me wrong, you love Jaylen Brown.
We both love Jaylen Brown,
but Jaylen Brown is not
dribble a basketball, but we love him.
Right. But Jaylen Brown is not Jaylen Brown by himself with Derek White in the first is not worth Kevin Durant. I think we all know that. I think it's worth a little bit more, but if you're Boston, you don't give up that more because that was your problem coming in and in the playoffs was y'all upgraded y'all bench very nicely. Like
our bench looks really good.
You got Malcolm Brogdon. If he can stay healthy, he's a problem. Gallinari, you got him for a steal. I feel like if you do that trade, because they declined that trade, they declined it, but they did come back with an offer which was Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Derek White in a first rounder. I feel like you're going to be in that same position that you were just in, because you're still going to rely on the two best players in Jason Tatum and Kevin Durant. One thing that y'all struggle with was bench depth. If you do that, you still are playing Peyton Pritchard significant minutes, even though like at some certain points, Peyton Pritchard is going to get played off the floor because of his height. He can't control that, but he is 6'1", maybe 6'1".
I think 6'1", and I like him off the bench in the regular season. I don't want him to play too many significant minutes in
playoff atmospheres.
Not even playoff. Like if it's a first round and we get a favorable matchup, sure, right. Play him. Don't risk injury, but don't risk injuries by overplaying guys. But when it gets to like a big series, which in fairness, last playoffs, even though we swept Brooklyn, we did not get an easy series. And he still had to play very significant minutes in all of the series. And I like Peyton Pritchard. I don't think that's unless he makes significant improvement on defense, I don't think that's a recipe for a championship team.
I feel like even if he does, let's say he becomes a okay defender, because right now he's like piss poor. He gets played off the floor.
This is fucking look.
If he was an okay defender, I still feel like you can't play him because of like the height. Like he is 6'1" at the end of the day, and people will hunt that out. My question for you, because again, you're the Boston fan and you watch Boston more than I have. Is it fair to say that before, like, you got your starting five, and Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Tatum, Al, and Rob.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I think you run like three deep, honestly. Grant Williams, Derek White,
Gallinari, Malcolm Brogdon.
So, yeah, realistically, those are the people who you'll play in the playoffs if y'all make it next year. I feel like if you do that trade, like Kevin Durant, you're losing, like, those players will have to start. Like, you're losing a starting shooting guard, point guard.
We're losing two starters and a pretty significant bench piece. And I'm just going to throw this out there. I personally want us to start. I don't like Tatum at the 4 very much in general, but I do like Derek White starting a lot. Not Derek White. Malcolm Brogdon.
I can see that.
I do like him starting.
Only reason why I won't start Malcolm Brogdon is because the minutes he is injury prone. One thing
he's injury prone, but you could start him and not play him 30 minutes, 35 minutes. Because especially during the regular season, we do have Derek White, Peyton Pritchard.
I just feel like if you do that,
Smart can play the point.
Yeah, Marcus Smart. Yeah. Wow. If you do that trade, you're losing a lot actually, because you're losing your core basically.
We're losing 2/3 of our core.
Right.
Now, while I do really like Malcolm Brogdon, I think we're in a good spot. It's not worth fucking with the core when we don't have to.
Right.
We didn't stay stagnant, which was the thing I was scared we were gonna do. But it's not worth fucking with the core like that.
Is it fair to say that Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are both on the same as timeline as getting better as players? They're both on the same timeline, and that's why your window will open. Like if you get Kevin Durant, realistically, you're not on that timeline anymore. Like you're win now. And
exactly.
Do I honestly think Tatum and Kevin Durant and a bunch of role players can get me to the finals and win a championship? I don't know.
I think it can, depending on the quality of the role players, but I don't. You got to say, I think we have the similar chance of getting a championship with the same window. Like with the longer window, I feel like it's a similar chance of winning a championship. Maybe be slightly better with Kevin Durant, but
so I'm on the opposite. I'm on the opposite because this is how I'm looking at it. I'm thinking about it as your game plan was, of course, like y'all played team basketball. And that's what y'all got. That's what had y'all in that second half to that historical run in the second half of the season.
Yeah.
My thing is, and we saw it come back in the playoffs. Like we saw it come to fruition back in the playoffs. It was more of like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Of course, those are your two best players. So those are the people who are going to get the most touches in ISO ball situations.
Also,
stuff like that.
Yeah. Also, playoffs are much more isolation heavy.
Right. It's more isolation heavy. I get that Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant is we know what Kevin Durant is. Kevin Durant is a natural born isolation player. He's a great scorer in isolation. My thing is, both of them are not playmakers who can make their teammates better, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And I feel like you're losing a lot of that. Of Smart is not a playmaker, but he has point guard abilities.
He's got the point guard ability, which we saw last season.
Right. And then plus he's a defender. You're losing a DPOI winner. You're losing that.
Like it or not, this is gonna sound like me being a dickhead, which I am asshole at heart about this. Like it or not, he did just win DPOI. He is one of the best defensive players in the league. So, and he also contributes a lot to us being able to switch on every single pick and roll or whatever. He's a huge part of us being able to switch like that, how we do, and it's why we were the best defense in the league.
Yeah, because the defensive win shares love Marcus Smart. Defensive win shares loves Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we said it off the pod, but it can come on the pod. You said because I didn't watch the full Buck series. I didn't watch that full Buck series. I watched, I think, up to game 5.
Just for the record, I know what you're about to bring up. I was exaggerating, but Robert Williams, Marcus Smart actually defended Giannis pretty fucking well.
Right.
Better than Jaylen Brown did pretty easily. In my opinion, better than Tatum did. I said better than Robert Williams, but that's because Robert Williams was injured for most of the series, so he wasn't able to get to grips with how to guard Giannis. Because you got to put your body on the line. Of course, that's why Al Horford did so well, because he's got weight and he's still, for his age, quite mobile.
Right. Because
now, of course, Giannis still drops like 35 every game.
Right, but like it wasn't like it was 35 and a loss. Like it's still a loss no matter what.
It's 35. Also, the big reason why that worked was because it wasn't the most efficient 35, and because it was single coverage, he couldn't play make how he normally does. In game 1, we threw doubles at him, and he got 13 fucking assists in a win. It was a okay efficiency 30. Without that, it was an okay efficiency 35, and he couldn't create for his teammates. So he was the only one scoring the ball, realistically.
Malcolm Brogdon, if he plays that series, do y'all win? No, Malcolm Brogdon. I said Malcolm Brogdon. If Chris Middleton plays that series, do y'all win?
No, they win the championship.
They win the championship. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you're not a crazy Boston fan. You're not a crazy Boston fan. All right.
I do really like Milwaukee. I guess I'm not supposed to, because they're Eastern Conference.
Right.
I really like Giannis.
I like basketball, so you can't tell me. I like basketball, man. Okay. Yeah. Because
I will never like the Knicks, but I will never like the Knicks.
It's okay. I never like Sacramento.
Rose, I love you, but no.
I never like Sacramento, but that's for another day, bro. That's
for another day.
But because
I just feel bad for them. But, yeah.
I'm thinking about it.
It's the same way I don't like the Knicks. So
I'm thinking about it like this for Boston. I'm thinking about it like this. You have like your team was heavily relying on team basketball. I forgot y'all coach's name.
Udoka
was very like team basketball. Like everybody's going to play defense over here. If you're not going to play defense, you're really not going to get minutes. And we're going to play a team ball. I feel like you bring in Kevin Durant. I think that goes away a little bit. You're asking Tatum to be the second best player on the team. I'm guessing because which is kind of weird because you just eliminated Kevin Durant. You just eliminated Kevin Durant.
Yeah, we did just also. That hinders our defense a lot because not only what we're giving away, but Kevin Durant is, when he decides to put an effort on the defensive side of the ball, he can be a good defender, but he wants to put most of his energy into the offensive side of the ball, which is also where he's more effective. You can't blame him for that, but it hinders our defense. Right. So, and that is realistically what got us where we went.
Y'all had a top 5 defense for the second half of the season? Number 1, if I'm not wrong. Best defense, right?
We're number 1 historically great defense.
Right. So, like, and then, like, you're missing, like, you won't be able to switch everything because what I'm thinking about is.
I think we still would be able to switch on everything.
Because you're losing Marcus Smart in that deal. Brogdon is an okay defender, but he's not.
It's not. No, I just don't like that trade. No, the more I think about it, who the fuck would play shooting guard?
Right, because this would be a lineup. This would be a lineup me looking in, like me not knowing the whole roster and what fits.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about.
I do, and I don't know what the fuck would happen.
Derek White, Brogdon.
No, Derek White would get traded.
Derek White would get traded.
Yeah, actually. So assuming Smart is not in it, so it's Brogdon, Smart, and we would have to play Brogdon significant minutes. Smart, Tatum, Durant, Time Lord. I like that. No bench depth. The defense isn't as good.
Because I don't think that trade goes through because you're not getting, like, if you're Brooklyn,
that trade doesn't go through anyway.
Right, because you're realistically not getting enough back. And then I'm
No.
thinking about the counter offer. What you can ask for is Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, and Derek White in the first. And then I think about Boston's not going
I'm
to do
saying
that.
fuck no. I'm
Right.
saying fuck no.
Because who's your starter?
I don't like it with only Jaylen Brown and Derek White. Fuck no.
Because I'm thinking about it as in your starter lineup is going to be, if you do the Marcus Smart, let's say Marcus Smart is included, Brogdon as your one. I don't know who's your two. Peyton Pritchard as a two?
Or whoever the fuck. Bryn Forbes? Who the fuck? Gary Harris?
Switch it. Switch it. So let's say realistically, Marcus Smart is in the trade. So it'll be Peyton Pritchard, Brogdon, Tatum, Durant, and Time Lord. They coming off your bench. You got Gallinari and Grant Williams.
Horford, Grant Williams.
But you have no guard coming off. You have no.
We signed
you get worse.
Gary Harris. No.
You get worse. Like at the end of the day, you get worse.
We're just getting worse.
Right. You get two superstar players on the same team, but is that really worth of your bench that really got you through the regular season and deep?
Absolutely not. No, it's not worth it.
No. Okay. We on the same page. Then.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
So you say no to any Kevin Durant trades that includes basically if it's not Jaylen Brown in the first, you say no to that shit.
Jaylen Brown, I would do. Oh yeah, no.
What would you do? That's a better question. What would you do for a trade for y'all?
I don't want. Of course, I want Kevin Durant, but because who the fuck doesn't? But I'm not interested in giving up what we would have to give up for him. I'm not even interested in Jaylen Brown the first and Derek White.
All right.
I'm not even interested in that. I just want to keep the core together. We added Malcolm Brogdon for nothing, and I'm all for it.
I feel like y'all got a lot better. Now y'all can go to y'all bench and they can actually play. You can actually play significant minutes. Malcolm Brogdon can play. He's a
we were
good
missing
defender.
A lot of point guard depth. We got to start we'll go in what we play in the game we do later. Malcolm Brogdon's in the third tier.
Right, you got a Malcolm Brogdon type player. You brought in Gallinari to give you more scoring punch, and with Grant Williams, now you when it comes to playoffs and the rotations get shorter, you realistically got 5, and you go 9-man deep realistically who can all play on the floor.
And 9-man deep is deep for the playoffs.
That's
last year,
deep as shit.
We ended the regular season with a 7-man lineup.
Right.
So we were exhausted. I'm really excited for next season. I'm really excited.
Because I think that's why the Warriors really I think if I'm not wrong, Grant Williams said this. Grant Williams said, y'all had the better team. Team-wise, y'all were the better team in the finals.
That's ludicrous.
Y'all don't think – okay, I kind of agree with it. Golden State had the better player. They had the full-blown better player
in the series.
They had the best player. And then, I think we went over the last time in the pod. But y'all had the Warriors had the best player, no question, Steph Curry. But y'all had the second, B and C. You had Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, who are better than Wiggins coming into this series. So I can kind of see where Grant Williams was going with that. And I feel like if you do that trade, now you're just you got Kevin Durant.
No, I just don't like that trade at all. I just don't like that at all. And I think going into next season, 1, we've got experience with them. 2, they are a year older, so there's going to be a little bit of regression. Sure, Klay Thompson might be better because he's more in tune with everything. But I actually am way more confident because we don't have to play Peyton Pritchard. They don't hunt Peyton Pritchard. We know we can come up with a better way to stop the Warriors. Not Steph, but the Warriors.
Right. Because you're not going to – this is always true for every NBA playoffs, and it was it's no different from last year. The more healthy team wins, a team that can go deeper into their bench when their starters need a rest. Because I see the playoffs personally. I see the playoffs going like this: your best player got to win you a game. Let's use Boston since we're talking about Boston. Jason Tatum has to win you a game. Jason Tatum had to give you one game. Brown has to give you a second one. So that's 2 games. It goes 4 games. So Jason Tatum got to give you a game. Jaylen Brown got to give you a game. Your bench got to give you a game. So the bench got to step up one game, and then the whole team got to collectively win the last game. That's how I see how it works in the 4-game series.
And I think with how we're set up, Malcolm Brogdon he's that third option that we really missed, because when typically for Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, and this is why I'm just going to throw this out there, one of my worst ever takes I made in like December. We talked about this earlier off the pod. I said Tatum and Brown cannot be a championship caliber team play as the 1 and 2 option because they're both too inconsistent. And I said that also because we didn't really have any sort of third option. And also we were like playing really shit. And then we go on a historic run and become a championship caliber team. But then you add Malcolm Brogdon, who's a good defender, he's got good size, and really just a good third option.
The only thing about Malcolm Brogdon is the injury history. Besides that, he's a good player.
But regular season, we don't have to play him that much.
Right.
So I'm so excited for this season.
I feel like I feel like you're the team to beat in the with the additions y'all got, and y'all didn't lose anybody.
We're the team to beat in the East, definitely.
Right, because y'all didn't lose anybody significant. Y'all lost Daniel Tice, Aaron Nesmith.
Nesmith, some other guys, I don't remember.
People who are not going to get rotational minutes in the playoffs. That's who you lost for.
Daniel Tice got fucking championship, got minutes in the finals, which I was losing my mind. I'm like, what the fuck? But that's because of Robert Williams' injury. He barely got minutes in the regular season when Robert Williams was healthy. So I think that says all that needs to be said.
Yeah, because that does say, that says a lot, because if you can't get minutes in the regular season, well, like that's where you're supposed to play, so players can be healthy or well rested going into the playoffs. Then you really are not going to get playoff minutes.
Exactly.
Talking about the playoffs, and we did just talk about Golden State. No, we did just talk about Boston. Now to go to Golden State and the Draymond situation. So recently, don't say that.
He wants a match.
Don't say that. Don't say that, because I'm a Draymond Green stan because he's from Michigan. But recently, Draymond came out and said, I want a max extension or a max deal from the Warriors. The max deal will be if he opts out. Sorry, if he opts in, will be 4 years, 138 million. So basically 140 million. And then if he opts in and accepts that deal, and then it'll push it to his 5th year, it will be 5 years, 168 million. So roughly, he's making about
35 million a year.
Right, for all the contracts in total. But if you're just counting the extension, it's 28, 29 million.
No, it's 34 and a half.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my fault. So
you're good.
So the question is Draymond Green worth that to the Warriors or to any team in the NBA?
You start off here.
I start off. Oh shit. I say yes. I say yes for the Warriors, like for select teams. I say for select teams.
Okay.
I say select teams.
Okay.
Draymond, at the end of that contract, if he does get the extension, he will be 37 years of age. Of course, you don't want to pay a 37-year-old who's already been digressed, like north of 30 million a year, north of 30 million. I'll say why. I say yes to the Warriors. I'll say why I say yes to the Warriors. He's a negative. Like he's not even a negative on offense. He just is not a well of a shooter or a well of a scoring load.
He just cannot score the ball for shit.
Right, but he's still a great screen setter. He's still one of the main reasons why Steph can get open off ball and you get him in his spots. I feel like next season we're going to see better Klay Thompson because of Draymond. They get that off season in that year.
I think that's more down to just him getting more comfortable because he's able to really fully play now post injury.
That's fair. But Draymond does so much on the court. Great playmaker. As much as people want to say, he just half Steph. he makes people make the right reads, cutting back door, stuff like that. He makes the right reads.
He's just a really high IQ player.
Exactly, and
And
that's what championship teams need is a high IQ player. And that's just on the offensive end. And on defensive end, what hasn't been like said about him? He's a good
borderline,
defender.
he's first team all defense level, in my opinion.
Yeah, first
Um,
team all defensive level. Can switch, can control the defense, like defensive anchor type player.
he's he will make your team a top 10, top 5 defense.
Exactly.
So now I believe he will regress.
Right.
He's already regressed. I just don't think that's not worth 35 mil.
That's not the leadership, I know it's a
Because
crazy thing, but
also
leadership.
another reason why, if I'm the Warriors, I hesitate to give that to him is because they also have the young guys.
Okay. That's fair. You got Kaminga.
Came in as one of the more raw prospects in the draft. And he looked okay. He looked better than I expected because I was expecting him to be much more raw, and I was expecting him to be worse.
Okay.
But I think they can afford to, if he's asking for that 35 mil, I think they can afford to let him walk. After all he's done, I think you can afford to let him. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because that's some I get that Draymond is not finals in 2016 Draymond, 2017. I get he's not that Draymond, but letting him walk. Okay. And this is why
because the reason why I say let him walk is because I don't know what else you do. Sign and trade, but you could do a sign and trade realistically, but that's also a team taking on what pretty much all teams would believe is let me close my door, but most teams would believe is a minus contract.
Minus contract, okay.
Like a negative contract.
I don't certain teams, like I said, go ahead. Certain teams I feel like minus contracts, okay, I can see where you're coming from that. One thing for me for Draymond is he can I think this is fair. He makes your floor a lot better than
he's a really good
he's a floor raiser. He's a floor raiser.
Just for the record, for the people listening, and you actually, sorry, my brother did just get home from work. So yeah.
You're good. You're good. We don't care.
He's a good floor raiser. That's what you were on about.
Right. He's a good floor raiser. Does he raise your ceiling? Maybe, but maybe depending on what team he goes to. I could see him feeling well with Portland. I could see him feel well with Portland, but they don't have the money to do anything.
Can't take on that contract.
They can't. But I'm just saying, teams realistically, I can see him fit well with.
Yeah.
Boston already have one of those in the making, but if Boston didn't, I could see Boston going for him. I could see Atlanta trying to go for him. I like Atlanta.
I really like that actually.
Just because how good Trae Young is, just because how much offense Trae Young generates.
Now, also just for the record, Trae Young, they've been wanting to get Trae Young to start moving off ball. I think they've already done that with DeJounte.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I predicted him to have a really big breakout season, and he was my choice for most improved. Didn't win it. In my head, he's most improved.
Who won most improved over him? If I'm not wrong,
Ja, and
did.
Jordan Poole also probably should have won, but I think second. Because my thing is with Ja. Just quick tangent. Not even tangent. My thing is with Ja winning. We knew he was going to be this good.
Right.
We knew he was going to get this good, so it's
Right.
Jordan Poole, we did not expect. Actually, I thought he was going to have a breakout year. Not most improved, but I thought he was going to look good. Mm-hmm. That's one of my good takes. I've had some very bad ones, one of which we just went over earlier.
Right. So if I'm the Warriors, is Draymond worth? Can I? Would you do it? Like, would you do it, knowing that, like, of course, nothing is guaranteed in the NBA, but let's say you get 2 more rings out of it. Does that make
Yes.
it better? Yeah.
Yes.
So at that point, he's 37 and he's still, so 2 more years, you get 3 years left on his contract, but you got 2 more rings. Yeah, it's worth it.
One more, it's worth it.
One more is worth it.
Because I don't know now. Do they win again?
Do they win again?
I have no idea. Steph, also on the last pod, I said Steph over. Now that was a monster tab flip for Steph versus Luka. I completely over the past week have just been thinking about that. I'm taking Luka. So we're coming off Steph having hit one of his worst regular seasons in years. Yes, he broke the 3-point record, but he just didn't.
He wasn't Steph Curry. He wasn't Steph. Like
he wasn't Steph.
But he came off to a great finals, like the best finals he ever had. So,
but I feel like that's also part of it because of how Boston defended him more than anything else. Of course. So I don't know if that regular season will carry. Clay is coming up. Does he go back to the Clay we knew?
Right.
Of course, he wasn't crazy far off of it, but he wasn't as good as we're used to.
The consistency was a problem. Was starting to be a problem.
Consistency was a problem. Yes, you got Jordan Poole, but pretty damn soon he's going to be asking for some money. I think he's going into his 4th year, right?
Yep.
3rd or 4th.
Something like that. He's close to asking for an extension. That's what we're saying. So yeah.
You got Wiggins, who
you just paid him. If I'm not wrong, you paid him. If I'm not wrong, you just paid him, or you're going to pay him.
They didn't extend. Did they just extend Andrew Wiggins?
That's a good question.
Living under a rock?
I might be living. Let's
I should definitely know this. Wow. But I don't know what happens with Andrew Wiggins. I think he does end up leaving after his contract or signing for about 20, which I think he's worth more than 20 mil. So I think he's worth about 25.
So Wiggins is an unrestricted free agent next season. His current contract is $33 million right now.
Yeah.
So
wow.
Ooh.
I don't know what happens with him. I think next year is their last possible year.
Got a question. Just got a question that just came. Do you think, and like, it's gonna be crazy that I just thought about that. Do you think they'll turn Wiggins into Draymond? And what I mean by that is him be the best defender on the floor. No. Him taking that. No. That's if you let Draymond walk, though. That's if you let Draymond walk.
I don't think they can turn it. Wiggins is a far better scorer. Now that's saying absolutely nothing. Right. Draymond is just objectively one of the worst scorers in the league. I'm not saying he's not valuable. Right. I'm not trying to say just at all he's not valuable, because he absolutely is. He's just one of the worst scorers in the league.
Right. But it's more. Yeah.
Now, I don't think you're able to do that with Wiggins because he's going to play a different role anyway.
Right.
He's a better scorer.
His IQ is not as high as Draymond, though.
He doesn't have the interior defense.
He doesn't have the interior defense. His IQ is not as high as Draymond.
No. And what's
screen setting and stuff like that.
One of the highest IQ players.
He does a lot of stuff that doesn't show up in a box score.
Exactly.
Do you think, then, like, and I know it's a lot. Do you think it is? Another one is, like, do you think they're trying to mold, like, obviously Jonathan Kuminga is great. He's a rookie. And he, like you said, he was a raw prospect coming in. For them, do you think they were trying to mold so, like, they know they got to get rid of Draymond or they got to pay Draymond? They got to do either one of the two.
Yeah.
Do you think they're trying to mold, like, Jonathan Kuminga to be a more athletic Draymond Green? Like, they're trying, like, the little things that Draymond does, like screen setting.
I think they could try it, but I don't think it happens just because Kuminga does not and will not. I don't think very few of the rookies in this class will have, or in any class, I think it's impossible to get him to to teach what Draymond does.
Okay.
So if you're saying like trying to mold players into Draymond-esque, I don't think you can do that.
The IQ was too high for me. I think the IQ was too high. The level of like basketball knowledge that he has is too high, and like the playoffs, like the situation he's been in, he's been like relatively very well or good in. Besides like the recent stuff, but back in 2016, 17, he was debatably going to war. He was going to war with LeBron, like, and that LeBron where he had that triple double average, Draymond was like not too far off of doing the same thing LeBron was doing.
Now,
that's fair.
Way less scoring, of course, and he's not LeBron.
Right.
But
I know that level, you know what I mean.
He's not 2016, 2017 Draymond, but
because 2016, 2017 Draymond right now will be still a top like 15, 20 player in my mind.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so you say no. So to end it all, to wrap it up on this Draymond thing, you say no.
I think you try 25.
So
because he's aging.
So 25 a year?
Ish.
So you'll offer him basically 4 years, 100 million?
Ish, yeah. Because once again, Jordan Poole's going to want money, and you don't want to just. And he's just a guy who just fits so well with them. So I don't know what you do on that front. And then Kuminga in a few years is going to, of course, want to extend. I'm very confident he'll be a great player. So, yeah, I say 25.
So you say 25. 25, 4 years, 100 million. I feel like that's fair for Draymond. Like the player that Draymond is, that's fair. But like since you won championships with him, and like since he's good, like to me he's like still a top power forward in the league, if you want to call him that. Like he's still a top power forward. You got to give him like out of respect for him staying and stuff like that, like that home court discount or whatever you want to fucking call it. Like 30 million is fair. 30 million is like fair, but I wouldn't offer him 30. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird for me.
It's easy for us to say we're not Golden State fans. We're not 12. Sorry, that was
they're gonna crucify you for that. You said 12. And again, it's easy for us to say because we're not GMs. We're just thinking about it on our perspective.
We're not GMs. We're just fans, and we're not fans of the Warriors. Oh, real quick, I don't remember if you were in this space, but it was during Game 1 of the finals. I was in a space talking, and then Warriors fans started coming. It was the most stereotypical shit because they were all fucking squeakers. They all sounded like they were about fucking 10. I was like, holy fuck. Like, I understand. I'm still young, but 12, like I'm 17, but 12, they were like 12 maybe. I was like, this is the most stereotypical shit. They're saying there's fucking losing their minds over Steph and calling my team shit, and that's but they're doing it in the most frustrating high voice. It's like the most infuriating thing. We ended up coming back to win that game, which was actually fucking amazing. I lost my mind. That's like a peak of my Celtics fandom. That and the Marcus Smart chase down against the Raptors in Game 7 in the bubble. That also was one of my favorite moments ever.
That was mid as fuck, but I understand.
Go fuck yourself.
That was mid. But okay. After all that, I just gotta say for the Warriors, like this is nothing like you gotta really concern yourself about because the Warriors are a good ran organization. Like they're gonna figure out a way to either make Draymond happy and get him back, or it'll be like we got Jonathan Kuminga, Jordan Poole, Moses Moody, Wiseman if he's any good, because Wiseman's a whole different. I'm not a fan of Yeah, but you got options. And that's what the Warriors are always been known for since this dynamic run with Steph and Clay, is that they will have options and they will go a different route, even if like people say no, you shouldn't. So If you're Warriors fans, you really don't have to worry about it. But it is a question. It is a question that needs to be asked. It is a question that needs to be asked.
Especially because we're in the dead of the off season, so we're like, finding shit to talk about.
We are nitpicking. Hell yeah, we are. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Shit. If anything happens, best believe I'm gonna talk about it because it is the off season. Now transition into your little game type style. You can explain it because if I explain it, people will get confused as fuck. So go ahead.
I suck at explaining shit, but okay, I will do my best. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna draft. What had happened was all right. We're gonna draft a starting 5 consisting of an all NBA, like top 10 player, whatever. All NBA player, actually. We're going to go all NBA player. That's tier 1. All-star, but not all NBA. Okay. Like, that's tier 2. Or, like, fringe all-star, shit like that.
I know we talked about it off the pod. I'm sorry for interrupting. I know we talked about it off the pod.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to let you finish, because never mind. Because that's my bias coming in. So, never mind. I'll let you finish.
Yeah.
I'll let you finish.
So, like, all-star, but not all NBA, that's kind of like tier 2. Tier 3 is guys who were, like, in all defense, but weren't, like, an all-star, like, all defense, whatever. Like, the tier of Malcolm Brogdon, Tyrese Maxey, Tyrese Halliburton. For your sake and my sake, because I'm also really high on Cade, we're putting Cade there. You heard it here. And I feel like because we put Cade there, we might have to put, I don't think we put Evan Mobley, and we could put Scott in there. I have no idea. I don't think we actually do that with those two, because as much as I do like them, I don't know. We'll cross that bridge once we get there.
That's for yo. That's Scotty and Mobley and Cade. That's for next pod. That's a thing for next pod.
Yes. I'm really high on all of them. I'm just gonna go off that. So that's the 3rd tier, and then role player. Like Robert Williams, the 3rd, Time Lord. I love him. He's 3rd tier. Clint Capella is 3rd tier. Okay. Desmond Bain is 3rd tier.
Okay, so I got him more. Okay. I got what you said.
Does that make sense?
Okay, and of course, depending on who you pick, you can't pick the players. So if he picked Jason Tatum, I can't be like, hey, I'm getting Jason Tatum, even though I would never pick Jason Tatum in the top 10. But
yeah. You know. Okay.
All right. So how are we going to decide who goes first?
All right. So we're gonna do a snake draft, by the way. And we are going to choose who goes first in the most neat way possible.
You got the bottle cap? No,
yes,
sir. All right.
50 of these bitches.
All right, so you got the heads into. So give me you the guess, so you pick. You the guess, so you pick.
No, I'm flipping. You pick.
Oh yeah, yes. Give me heads, bro. Give me heads.
It's tails. So I'm gonna pick first.
Give a detail why you're picking the player also while we're in here.
Actually, no. You can go first.
Okay. Oh, what? Nah. No, you won. Respectfully, you won.
Okay.
Because I already know. I just gotta make sure. Go ahead. Your first pick.
I'm going to go. Hopefully, as long as I'm able to choose the players I want to, I'm going to start with Luka Doncic.
Why Luka? Why?
He's winning MVP next season.
Okay, so Luka. That's a heavy hitter. Luka was mine. I didn't think you was gonna go Luka.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Sorry. But if you're going Luka, I'm going Giannis. I feel like Giannis is already MVP.
For me, it was between him and Giannis, but with what I'm gonna try to do,
Giannis can do more on the floor than Luka can do. So
I agree, but for what I'm gonna try to do, you'll see. Okay. For what I'm gonna try to do.
Okay, so so Luka.
You choose now.
My position is Giannis is gonna be the power forward because I want him to play as the help defender. I need a guard. I need a guard to pair with Giannis. So an all-star level guard. Somebody who will get the ball to him. That's undersized over. I was thinking about my boy Darius Garland. Darius Garland is a great point guard for Giannis, lob threat, all-star type player. I think I'm going with James Harden though.
Okay.
I think I'm going with James Harden. So James
Yeah.
Harden and Giannis. I like that. I like that. Yeah, I like that.
He's
I like
he's
that.
not. Yeah, no, he's not all NBA anymore. We're just gonna go. I think we have the same. Not anymore. Just off
So
last year.
okay,
My man shot 41%.
Oh, okay. So we just scratch that then. Scratch that. I take that back. I know I can't take it back in the draft, but I take it back on this draft.
Yeah, have
Um,
it.
give me Trey Young. Give me Trey Young then. Because
Sure.
he's not a top
Trey
10
Young
player.
is all NBA, so he's first tier. He's first tier.
Was he all NBA?
Yeah, 13.
Damn. Okay.
I believe he was third tier.
I'm cool with Harden then. I'm cool with Harden.
Harden. Yeah.
All right.
Fuck. I should really know. Yeah, why am I overthinking? I'm going Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Ooh, that's nasty. Why Shea? Why? You got Darius Garland on board.
I really like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. I really like.
So you got a backcourt of Luka and Shea. What are they defending?
Oh fuck!
What are they
I'm
defending?
not going Shea. Fuck. Jaylen Brown. I lied. I'm going Jaylen Brown.
So Luka and Jaylen Brown. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Luka and Jaylen. You go again. So this is your third tier. This is your third tier type player.
Yeah.
I think I know who I'm picking for my third tier. Go ahead. Pressure on you. You can't mess this pick up now. You can't.
I'm going Time Lord.
You going Robert Williams. It sounds like you got a lot of Celtics players on this team.
I mean, they're the only two I can choose, dude.
Ain't that crazy that he a Celtics fan? I just feel like
there's one guy who you gotta choose a certain guy. I know.
Listen. If it was not because of Luka, like let's say if we could do an MVP caliber player, let me just say it, bro. He just want to add Luka to the fucking Boston Celtics because he's a Celtics fan, bro. That's all he doing. I promise you. He thought
my next picks are gonna be like fucking.
He's about to be like Malcolm Brogdon next pick.
Malcolm Brogdon's third tier, so I can't take him. Grant Williams, the best 3-and-D player of all time. Fucking Al Horford. I don't fucking.
I got my pick though.
Yeah, go ahead.
So since we got Giannis at the 4, and then I need a 5, and I got Harden already. Give me Miles Turner for real. Ooh. Give me Miles Turner.
Hey, that is
we blocking everything. We're blocking everything.
Fuck.
Give me Miles Turner.
He is overrated. His 3-ball, I believe, is a bit overrated by people. It's good.
Okay.
People do sometimes overrate it, but I really like that backcourt. Fuck. Not backcourt.
You mean front court?
Front court.
Yeah, I know. I like it too. You know why I like it? Because I drafted it. Yeah.
Yeah, go fuck
Giannis and Miles Turner. Who gonna stop me? Who gonna stop me?
I got Luka, Jaylen Brown,
and Time Lord.
Time Lord. So I need either 2 or 3 and 4.
You need a 2 or 3. Yep.
I need a 2/3 because I can put Jaylen Brown in either, and I need a 4 for sure.
3 and a 4.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I should have thought this through more.
I know mine too. And you got a pick.
Oh, fuck.
Let me make sure he's not a defensive player, bro. Because
Yeah, shit. Oh man, wow. I'm gonna go Dorian Finney-Smith at the 3.
Dorian Finney-Smith at the 3. That's not bad. It's not bad.
3 or 4.
So that's your role player.
Yeah, he's complete. Well, we both have to choose role players.
Mm-hmm.
So. You're supposed to choose 3 straight, but I'm assuming you weren't gonna choose Dorian.
Cam Johnson. Give me Cam Johnson at my 3. Or my 4. Fuck. No, give me Cam Johnson at my 3. Yeah, give me Cam Johnson at my 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do the teams look like right now?
So my team looks like right now, because I got one more pick left. We both got one more pick left.
You got Harden.
No shooting guard.
Yeah. Harden, no shooting guard.
Cam Johnson.
Giannis
and Miles Turner. I need a shot creator at the 2 who's not.
And I got Luka, Jaylen Brown, Dorian Finney-Smith, no 4, and Time Lord.
I got Harden, right?
Yeah.
This is very like for the people who watching this is listening. It's harder than you think because you can't pick a defensive player. You can't like it. Got to be role players like the average role player.
Yeah.
It can't be like a Jaren Jackson Jr. because he made a defensive team. And that was your third pick. Like you can't do that. So it's harder than you think.
And he's almost like I would put him like fringe second, almost second.
I got my shooting guard. I got my shooting guard. I got it. And I'm about to kill you. You ready for it? You ready for it? And he didn't make a defensive team either.
Go ahead.
Hey, give me Lonzo Ball, bro. Give me Lonzo Ball, bro.
I feel like he's third tier though. He's absolutely that tier 3 player. I'm sorry.
He is. I thought I could sneak that one in.
Nah. Because I rate him. I also rate Lonzo really highly. So
he is. He's rated highly.
Yeah.
Do we count OG Anunoby as third tier?
Fuck.
No, if we count Lonzo, we gotta count OG.
Yeah, I think you do.
That's fair.
You do. Fuck, I would have. I completely forgot.
Give me Gary Trent. Give me Gary Trent. Then that's my 2. Give me Gary Trent.
Yeah, fuck yeah. He's fringe third tier, but he's not. So no.
Give me Gary Trent. So my lineup is Harden, Gary Trent, Cam Johnson.
Give me okay. Then you just took Gary Trent. Give me Evan Mobley. Is he third tier?
He third tier, bro. Fuck. He on the same level as Clint Capella.
How about Scotty?
He third tier too, bro.
Fuck.
Cade Cunningham is third tier too.
Yeah, valid. Fuck, this is really hard.
Yeah.
Fuck, this is way harder than I thought it would be.
So, what's your style? What's your lineup right now? Because
I just need a power forward.
Oh, you need a power forward. Oh yeah. Oh, my team better. My team is killing your team.
PJ Washington, maybe.
PJ Washington. Yeah, that works if you want PJ Washington.
No, Paolo.
Paolo?
I'm so confident that Paolo's going to be a great player. I'm sorry.
He's third tier, my buddy, bro.
Nah, fuck you.
You can say PJ Tucker, but not Paolo, bro.
I'm not. Well, I take a lot of guys before PJ Tucker. I like PJ Tucker. He's a fucking legend, but more shoes than points. Fucking.
So okay, I'll let you have Paolo. If you let me switch one of my players.
Don't worry. I'll go like PJ Washington or some shit.
No, go Paolo because I want to switch. Now I want to switch one of my players though. Now I want to. Okay, that's fair. You going Paolo?
Yeah.
I'm switching Gary Trent for Mikal Bridges. Stop playing with me. Stop. I can do that. Wait, no, I can't. He made a defense.
Mikal Bridges was first team all defense, you fuck.
Can't do that, bro. Man, I'm sticking with Gary Trent, bro.
Yeah, stick with Gary Trent.
I kind of fuck with Toronto. Kind of.
I like Toronto. I really like Pascal Siakam.
So to recap the teams. The teams were my team was James Harden, Gary Trent, Cam Johnson, Giannis, and Miles Turner. We went in the championship.
Absolutely. That's easy. I got
Luka Magic.
Yeah, I got fucking Luka. Who's my 2 guard?
Jaylen Brown. Dorian
Finney-Smith. Was it Paolo or PJ Washington?
PJ. We went to PJ.
Yeah, PJ. We'll just go PJ Washington.
And Rob Williams. Oh, y'all are small. We're dominating. Y'all. Oh my God. Your power forward and center is actually Robert Williams is pretty solid, so let me not do that. But we got Giannis.
He was second. He didn't lead the league second in the league in blocks, or did he lead the? No.
Second. Jaren Jackson led the league in blocks.
Yeah, he
Triple
also
digit.
led the league in foul outs, so go fuck yourself.
Oh, that sound like some Celtics hating for real, for real.
Oh,
That's
no.
crazy.
Nah, I'm fucking around, but like the whole thing, my only reason why when people say like, oh, Jaren Jackson led the league in blocks, I'm like, he also fouls out so much.
Yeah, he fouls out
So
incredibly. That's
like
crazy.
a broken clock is right twice a day.
Right.
Now that's harsh. Like I do rate Jaren Jackson pretty highly, but
Hey,
I do
yo,
like Jaren Jackson, but he just fouls out so much.
yo, if we have any Memphis fans watching him, bro, I did not say that, bro. He said that. He said that
Hey, Ja's
Memphis
third
fans
best point
are
guard in the league. There you go. So
wait, third?
I
Third?
believe so.
No,
I believe I had him third.
he's not third. He's not third for that can be
Got
for later. He's not
Luka.
third though.
We had a little bit of time left. Luka, Steph. I got Ja.
Trae Young is better than Ja. Please don't do that, bro. Please don't do
Trae
that,
Young
bro.
does not know how.
Please don't do that,
Trae
bro.
Young does not know what the word defense means.
And Ja doesn't either. Ja doesn't either.
Ja's a better defender than
Because he can jump. Okay. Okay. Just like you said with Jaren Jackson.
I don't know. I think next season he will show. Like next season, ooh, that is actually good.
Trae Young. Trae Young is better than Ja.
I'm going Trey just. Oh, the Memphis fans are gonna be so pissed.
Trae Young is better than John Morant, bro. I don't even know why we having this conversation for real.
Yeah.
Like way better. Like offensively, bro, not even close. Because they both can finish around the rim are very good. Trey got an amazing jumper for real, for real. And then the playmaking, give me Trey. Give me Trey, bro.
Now I think next season it will be very close. Because I think Ja will be that guy. I think Ja is that guy. But I just dropped all my fucking napkins from the pop belly I had earlier. So then fourth. And then,
okay. We're gonna say that because next week
we're ranking.
Next week is gonna be a rank, either a rank or a draft. Either or. I think it's gonna be the rank next week. But yeah, we're gonna say that because y'all ain't gonna like my rank. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all ain't gonna like mine because I'm disrespectful.
Just for the record, I'm surprised you didn't take Cade.
You know why I didn't, bro?
Because he's on the low tier. He's on the low end.
I'm not gonna disrespect Cade like that. He an all-star.
That's why I'm saying it for you. That's why I'm saying it for you.
I can't do that.
But I'm not a Pistons fan, so I don't have that. Like
I can't do that.
Have that.
I'm a Pistons fan. I'm a Pistons fan so much that I think Killian Hayes is still good, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah. You can't convince me he not, bro. But
I'm sorry. Last year I was like, okay, surely we'll get some. Like, surely he'll jump. I had hope in him last season. Still,
I still got hope.
I'm sorry.
Listen. He's me and him was almost the same age, and he's in the NBA, bro. I got hope for him. He's 20. He just turned 21. I'm 20, bro. He's been in the NBA for 3 years. He's been doing this since he was a legit teenager on some Luka shit.
Dude, what's fucking scary about me? Victor Wembanyama? No,
Victor Wembanyama. Scoot?
How old Scoot? 17?
I think Scoot is 18, turning 19.
Oh, turning 19. Yeah. Same with Victor.
Hey, yo, Victor a different breed, bro. Like
Victor. No, but Scooter Henderson. They're literally a year older than me, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yo, listen, Victor, he be moving like he on crack, bro. Victor, cool, bro. Hey, yo, listen. Recently, I was watching this game, bro, and this boy will be pulling from like damn near logo range.
I know why.
Like, oh my god,
the league is fucked. The league is actually fucked.
I don't know what they feeding these kids, bro, but I need some of that juice. I need that juice, bro.
Oh shit!
I need that juice because it's crazy, bro. I'm seeing Victor do stuff like a point guard can't do for real, bro.
I'm terrified for the league. I'm genuinely terrified.
You know what we're gonna talk about next time on the pod, bro?
What?
We're gonna talk about the top 10 rankings, bro. And if we got time left, I'm gonna talk about the Spurs because
Oh yeah,
the
I love
Spurs just finesse for the number one pick. I swear they're getting the number one pick in this draft, and they drafted
I
Victor, bro.
loved I love DeJounte Murray more than anyone else on the face of the planet. To the point where my Twitter was called like my name on Twitter was I love DeJounte Murray for about 3.5 months. Because I predicted his breakout season once again.
Right.
So go fuck yourselves. Um, but yeah, I do. The Spurs are one of the teams that I just really want to see do well. Man, if they get number one,
They will, bro. They will. That's why bro. Victor wouldn't be on it to the Spurs. I'm saying that right now, bro. To the Spurs, bro.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Oh, that's about to be nasty though. Malachi Brent. Oh my God, Malachi, Jeremy Sohan, and that's a whole other episode. Oh my God.
Right.
They about to go. They about to do a Tim Duncan type beat. They go suck, get Victor another 5 championships, bro. I promise.
No,
I promise.
absolutely.
But that's about enough time.
Yeah. Real quick.
Go ahead, real quick.
Chance, do you have an up and coming like artist who you want to tell people to listen to?
Up and coming artist. Not off the top of my head, but I'll plug you in the description when I remember.
Cool.
Shout out to Malcolm though. Shout out to Malcolm. I forgot his last name. But shout out to Malcolm. He on my Twitter. He know who he is. Malcolm, shout out to you, bro. I listened to that song that was on the radio. I think it was 100 point. I forgot the radio station. But you just dropped it like 2 days ago. Shout out to you, bro. That shit was fire. But
yeah.
Go ahead.
Let me give you one. He's not really up and coming because he's gotten bigger. But I saw him in concert a couple months ago. Saba.
Okay.
I love.
Okay.
He's great.
You a Saba?
With photosynthesis. Yeah, photosynthesis, life, fucking, the whole last. All of his shit is great. Listen to it if you haven't. It's and it fucking. Life went insane. It fucking because also he's from Chicago. That concert, whoa shit. My man got like a whole life size not life size, near life size bus station, and he's been bringing it around with him. He talking about fucking cool as shit.
One day, and I don't know when we're gonna do this. We just need a pod where we just talk about shit. Like, oh God, like about absolutely. Anything, bro.
That's literally what we've been doing for the last like 10 minutes.
So just talk about it, bro. Just talk about it. We're gonna do that one day, bro. Because I thought people really gonna be seeing what we be talking about off the pod, because we was really talking about before we go, because I gotta say this. He a Celtics fan. Remember that. He a Celtics fan. We was just talking about Paul Pierce, dog. Oh my God, Paul.
Steph Curry a wing.
Oh my God. That's the best ring shirt in the NBA. Man, it's Ray Allen currently, but it's about to be Steph Curry. Steph Curry a guard. Nah, he a wing guy. Oh my God, the shit that we be doing off the pod is be hilarious. That's why I say tune in, bro. That's why I say tune in. But I think we just hit our time mark. It was good. It was good seeing you again.
I think we did about 10 minutes ago, but who gives
a fuck? Yeah, we did. But it was good seeing you again. And let's wrap it up. Thank you for coming out and listening or watching, whatever you're doing. Thanks for joining the GTR podcast for today. You guys have a great day whenever you're seeing this. Anything else you want to say, Alex, before we go?
Hey, have a great day. Genuinely, I have COVID currently, so I've been out. I've had COVID for a week. So, like, honestly, I've just been, like, the past week, like, all right, when can we record a pod? When can we record?
Hey, yo. Yeah. Plug your social medias in before we go.
Man. Oh, plug them?
Yeah, plug them in, bro. Say your social media.
Put it in the YouTube description. My Twitter, that1fan_13. Fuck it. TikTok, that one guy _13.
Okay.
I never talk about basketball on there, but still.
We be having fun, so you gotta tune in. You gotta tune in. We be having fun right here. So you gotta tune in. All right, guys. I'll see you later. See you next episode, people. Love y'all. Bye.